I'm Emilie Buchanan, a student at the University of Delaware. For my obscure but phenomenal moment in African American history, I will be talking about Oscar Micheaux, the first Black filmmaker. When we think of Hollywood, we think of the glitz and glamour of famous celebrities, but rarely do people talk about how these celebrities got their start. Today, I will be telling you about the first Black filmmaker, Oscar Micheaux, and how he paved the way for future Black directors and actors in Hollywood. Oscar Micheaux was born January 2nd, 1884 in Metropolis, Illinois, to a family of farmers. When he was a teenager, he left his family to work on a car manufacturing plant in Carbondale, Illinois. From then on, he held various odd jobs, such as meatpacking and even working on a steel plant. In 1904, Micheaux moved to South Dakota, where he became a popular homesteader. This was during the Homesteader Act, where the government granted a plot of free land to citizens. Unfortunately, as a Black American, he faced many discriminations that kept him from pursuing the homestead lifestyle. In 1911, Micheaux worked on his first novel, The Conquest, which was loosely based off of his own experience as a homesteader. By 1915, he published his second book, The Foliage Note. During this time, he spent his life traveling trying to sell his books. After the book released, he decided to make his novel into a film. From 1917 to 1919, he filmed a story in Winter, South Dakota. This was the first feature-length film made by an African American. This also led him to create his own film company, Micheaux Book and Film. Majority of Micheaux's films focused on race relations, aside from a few that focused on westward migration. Micheaux produced Within Our Gates, a depiction of racism in the 1910s. In 1920, Micheaux found himself in Harlem, New York City, where he continued his film career. Famous African American stars acted in these films, such as Paul Robinson and Robert Earl Jones. Unfortunately, his company went bankrupt in 1928. However, with the help of two white theater owners, he was able to make a lot more movies. By the end of his career, Micheaux made 43 movies, 27 silent films, and 16 sound features. Some of Oscar Micheaux's most notable films are A Body and Soul, The Homesteader, Within Our Gates, Harlem After Midnight, Lying Lips, and Swing. Unfortunately, some of Oscar Micheaux's films are still lost to this day, but his films have had a big impact on the African American community. In his films, Oscar emphasized the daily lives of African American and the racial injustices they faced, as well as dismissing perpetuated stereotypes. He inspired popular filmmakers like Spike Lee, John Singleton, and Melvin Van Peebles. He is currently buried in Great Bend, Kansas, where his tombstone reads, "A man ahead of his time," and I think this truly exemplifies Oscar Micheaux and the work he accomplished.